maybe that's even the reason as to I'm so passionate about it, about the whole thing of let people nini. It's because of this. I don't think we have the capacity to stop the unconventional behavior. Yes, we have strategies. You can put strategies in place, but it always comes to bite you in the ass. Is it making sense? Like, I had a story. You know, Kitambo May used to think, if you're very keen, kidogo also with me, I'm usually just not the type of person, maybe I'll tell you stop. I don't use those words. But I'll just laugh. Is it making sense? Like in this sort of way. I had an interview with someone. Someone was doing an interview with Lacrae. And she was like, when she came through, she had her struggles. And she felt, how can I say this? She felt, what is it called? She tried her best towards living the unconventional behavior. On this particular case, she used like the whole aspect of, like, she got into, you know, she came through nini. She was still trying. Now you've made me conscious about about how I started, and I don't want to be like redeemed as they do always be kind of sort of drive the conversation there.
Probably hiyo kitu unafeel ni time like you really want to push some information like probably it's out of frustration. Probably it's out of a place of you guys deem yourself you're the born again, you're the ones who know God, but why aren't you showing you know God through your actions? So probably it's from a place of frustration, from a place of you having to go through church hurt, you know.
Yeah.
So it's passionate because you're like, no, like I need you guys to understand something.
Yeah. Okay, let me use my example. Actually, let me not use even someone's example. About when I came through to church, I remember 3-4 years ago. I remember something happened. I used to feel like I'm the worst sinner ever. So I guess it's also coming from that place. Everyone used to tell me, oh, stop. I'm like, you just don't stop. Is it making sense? Like, you just don't stop. You just don't wake up and just
say,
stop an unconventional
today I will stop drinking alcohol.
Yeah, like,
stop smoking weed.
Like, you just don't wake up and just, stop. Cut off something off.
Being a player.
It's like a process to it. It's always like a process to it. So I came by, nini. I used to feel like I'm the worst of all. Like, I'm the worst of all. Everyone, So when now I started that whole journey, remember that particular time, me used to stay with the chick, you know that story. We were literally married, man. So what exactly happened was, people were coming through. I was like, okay, you guys need to stop doing this. You need to stop doing that. But I get them. They're also concerned. They're also being concerned from where they're at. They're really trying to help. But on my end, it wasn't as easy as just waking up off of an unconventional behavior.
It's like, you haven't told our audience a bit about that. You haven't told them that before you like gave your life to Jesus, after uni and all, you had a girlfriend.
Okay, me, I had given my life
to Christ. Okay, yeah. You had a girlfriend.
Yeah.
And you used to live in the same house with this girlfriend for how many years?
That's like 3 years.
For 3 years.
Yeah.
And in those 3 years of you guys staying together, it's like you guys, it was like a come we stay.
Yeah, it was come we stay.
Yeah, like the two of us,
Yeah.
tuko na keja sasa.
Yeah.
We have our own things. We are hustling.
Yeah.
We are typically together.
Yeah, for sure.
And now you haven't told them that during that period of time when you're with your girlfriend, you guys used to have a lot of sex.
Yeah, a lot of sex, yeah.
And you felt like it was an addiction on
Yeah.
your end because you
I
couldn't stay without
it,
having sex.
Without having sex.
Also, how could she stay without having sex?
She could it. It
She
was a
could it.
struggle for both.
Like you guys were having sex like how many times?
4 times. 4 times a day.
4
maybe.
times
Like,
a
I
day.
don't know how many times a week.
That's crazy. Like
Crazy, right?
in a day 4 times.
Right.
Like in every day. Like when you guys get a chance.
Yeah, we having sex, you know.
And so when you came to church now, you're here in church and our church offers therapy, counseling.
Yeah.
You get to meet a pastor and get not even a pastor, a counselor. Who's a pastor?
It wasn't even a matter of even meeting with pastors and all that.
Like the counselor now told you, lean forward, it's time to stop. Like
it's time to
get to stop.
Yes, Tafari. No, it's time to stop.
Stop having sex.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Then you realize you just don't stop having sex.
Yeah, you just don't stop having
because the desire of sex was stemming somewhere.
So from some place.
Both of you guys wanted to fulfill a need.
Yeah, a need that we actually had. That's true. And so what actually happened now was went on ahead. I met with Summer. With, I don't think maybe atakuwa comfortable, maybe me mentioning his name. But so we met with him. So I remember the question that he asked me was like, what do you want to do? For the first time, someone asked me, what do you want? And I remember he just asked me that, and I was like, I want to fight for my relationship. I guess at that particular time, it was like I was having wrangles and I was telling him, girl, and I was telling him, by the way, everywhere I'm receiving criticism of how I'm not a good person. It used to get bad, proper, to the level whereby no one wants to see me. May kapitial it. Yeah, because no one wants to be associated with me, because they had their image to protect. So I'm just constantly receiving judgments, nini. At that particular time, I never actually had a relationship with the Lord. They were having it. But
you're just a Christian by being Christian.
Yeah, there was no like I'm talking to God. God tells me this. So at that particular time, I'm also associating the feedback that I'm getting from people as the feedback that God is giving me. But it was completely opposite. God still loved me the way I was,
At that time, you couldn't comprehend.
Yeah, I couldn't comprehend that. So he asked me, by the way, what's up? What's exactly going on? Me, I was like, I want to fight for it.
Wait. So you and your girlfriend are still having sex?
Yeah.
But fighting?
Yeah, but fighting.
Okay.
So, it was...
But sex was toxic. A constant.
Yeah,
sex was just a thing.
Yeah, thing.
Like, I need to relieve.
Actually, we're having problems with my chick back then. We solved it with sex. Yeah, it is too. And I don't know. Can I be honest with this? Toxic sex. I guess sex after like a bit of it's usually so sweet. I don't know, man. Just speaking from experience, it's usually there's just some sweetness to it. I don't know why. So we're having struggles, we're having issues with my chick. We solve it with sex. But anyways, to underline a story.
Bro, it's deep.
Yeah, it's deep.
So it's very psychological and psychological, I mean it's very mental and still ni mental na emotional na
everything.
It's like everything.
Right. So tuko hapo hivyo. So me akaniuliza, by the way unataka nini? Me I was a real. Always I want to fight for it. I'm not willing to stop doing it. And for the first time he was like, I'm here willing to be your brother. And I'm gonna be here for you. That was the first time I encountered with love. I encountered love, So he was like, I'm not gonna judge you. I'm still gonna be there for you. And he was indeed for the next 2 years. So for the next 2 years, he used to still do it. And he used to just tell me, you just keep on having a relationship with God. Like he doesn't judge you. Yeah. He loved me. You know what I mean? So he was like, you just keep on having a relationship. Do you have questions? Then he used to just tell me, by the way, meet with the Lord, do this. Then I used to come even and tell him, hey, by the way, we've had sex this week. Hey, it's Nini. And he was like, oh, really? Okay. He used to just talk to me, like just love on me. So for the next 2 years, it kept on happening. So I guess on my second year, something interesting happening. It's like God now fulfilled that need. I remember it was a crossover, Nini, and that's the first time I heard God. And he was like, but then, bro, I heard it clearly. It was like, this year, you're dropping your gun. It's one of those moments you're like, hizo ni voices zangu zenye nasikia nini. I'm just quite not Nini. So me, I was like, I had a conversation now. I went on ahead, had a conversation with God, and I was like, Najua, this is what you want, but this is the reality on the ground. I remember I used to stay. I had a conversation, honest one. I was like, but this chick is coming to the place next week, and I guarantee you, I'm still gonna sleep with her.
Mm-hmm.
There's no need of bullshitting out here. Me and God, like, this is my reality. And for the first time ever, that was now 2020, I just stopped. I can't tell you it was strategy. Is it making sense? I can't tell you it was out of...
But if you look back, you know why you stopped.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that those guys, but miraculously, I stopped.
Yeah.
But meeting with the Lord that much, it did something.
Yeah, it did something. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Healing, the healing that you thought sex is gonna bring.
Yeah, but that's why I'm saying, for me, it didn't take a strategy. That's where I'm also kind of... It took
just walking with God.
Yeah, it took just me fixing my eyes on Him and not me fixing my eyes on the issue. Because here's the other thing I noted with it. The more I kept on fixing my eyes on the issue, the more I felt I was defeated.
The more it even amplified.
And the more even it even amplified and all that.